Oh, hey, I pushed the button and then didn't pay attention that I was actually live. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another Thursday and an edition of Ken versus Ken. I got some new subscribers here recently to my channel, and I greatly appreciate everyone that subscribes and watches and checks everything out, and hopefully they will join us in the live chat here today. But if they're not catching it on replay or something, I never usually take time to actually introduce myself. So I am Ken, SSKPromo, Mr. Bill, El Luchador, W.R. Hart. I'm a seasonal Santa, 100 other names, and I suffer from delusions of grandeur for sure. But I am a full-time reseller, primarily on eBay, and some things, bigger items and stuff, I'll sell on Facebook Marketplace. And just do this for a living, full-time, go out to yard sales, garage sales, state sales, auctions, and pick up stuff, thrift stores, pick up stuff and try to buy low and sell high. And I see some people are already joining in the chat here. Ping G is here. Good morning, Ping. You are up early out there in California for sure. And there is Jill. Hello, Jill. Good to see you this morning. And Shanna. Good morning, Ken and chat. Good to see you, Shanna. And Sue is here as well. And I thank everybody for showing up and checking out the show. And so what I do here on the show is I list 10 items from my death pile. I'm trying to beat down my death pile, 10 listings at a time. And on the show, I kind of share those items and, maybe where I found them, a little bit about them, how much I'm going to list them for. And then I try to see how many of those items I can sell before next week's show. But I usually like to start each episode or each day. And Sue is on the ball already, listing herself before her day job. Got to get those listings in for sure. And Shanna does. Simply shenanigans. So usually what I like to do when I start out my day is send out offers on items that may be overnight or I hadn't sent out offers before on to new watchers. And so right now I've got 6 of them that I can send offers out on. Oh, hey, let me do something here. Let me share this screen here real quick. Because this is a pretty cool item. Where is it at? What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing on my own show. Look at this. I found this at a yard sale, and I think I paid $5 for it. And I've sent out plenty of offers on it. It's pretty cool. The Spellcaster, Wizard, Sorcerer, Plasma, Crystal Ball Lamp. It's really cool. I'm surprised that it didn't sell before Halloween. But that is one of the items that I'm going to send a offer out on. And since it has been up there for a little while, since the summer, I'm going to, normally I would run like, say, a 20% sale. I've sent offers out like that 20% a few times on that one. And 20% would be $71.99. I think I'm actually going to send out this offer at $69.99 with no counter offers on that, just because it's kind of a low price for that item. And Coco and Chewy have dropped in. Hey, Ken. Hello, everyone. And good morning, Stu. Vintage Sports Flips is here. I appreciate you stopping by. And just sending out offers right here in the beginning of the show. And most of the rest of these that I am going to send, should I do this different so that you can see what offers I'm sending out? Didn't really make that part of the show before, but let me know if I should do that. I would start showing some of those items that some of these I'm selecting prices. Usually I go down the board and depending on what they are, 10, 15, 20%. I am trying to move some stuff along here in my store. And so I'm going to do the rest of these at a 20% off sale. And okay, offers are sent for the day. And let me pull my drafts back up here and see what's going on. Okay, so yeah, I do want to throw something out there if you'll indulge me for a second. Not only do I do this show, Ken versus 10, I'm also one half of the Reseller Clickbait podcast with Corey Grams and from Corey from over at Grams and Pops. And tonight on our show, Reseller Clickbait Podcast, we are doing a prime time, what we call the Holiday Live Tour. And it is the Halloween edition. The Halloween Live Tour or Holiday Live Tour is 4 shows, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, where we have on guests, play games, do, different stuff, give out some prizes, have some trivia, and special guests. And tonight's special guest is Joe and Nicole from over at I'd Flip That. You probably have seen their Reseller Showdown game show that they do. And they will be the special guests. We're going to, be in some costumes and have fun and give away prizes and do that. Just general merriment for sure. And I see my friend Stuart, Franklin Hill Ventures, has popped in the chat with us today. I appreciate you stopping by, Stuart. And let's see, I don't think I missed anyone. Ooh, so when Jill was commenting on Shanna's, thank you, Jill. It all started with a vintage Halloween box and went from there. Ooh, interesting story about Shanna's name there. Yes, yay, Joe and Nicole. It should be a really fun show. I'm really looking forward to it. It's the first live of the year that we've done on the Reseller Clickbait podcast. But I need to, some costumes. Probably a good idea if I knew what I was actually going to do right at this point. I got out some decorations. Right now, all I have here, is my normal cast of characters. Commonwealth Hudson, Fleet Frank right there, just the poor man's enemy. You got old screen flips back there. You got FJ Mack. You got all the Mr. Bills right here. Nashville Flippers. He's on my El Luchador mask back there. I need to come up with a character name for him. I'll have to talk to Ray from over at Nashville Flippers and see if he wants to name his character back here. Maybe even give him a different mask. Or, different, wrestling mask. Yes, would love to know the rest of the story on that, Shanna, how that started out. So anyway, today on the show, I am going to be listing general yard sale items. You hear recently I've been trying to do, like a theme, like I listed all Christmas for a couple weeks and maybe all electronics or certain things from a particular pick. But today, not as a full-time reseller, when you're out there at sales and thrift stores and stuff, you pick up what you can pick up that seems to be of some sort of value. Not everything is the exciting, stellar, huge picks. A lot of it's just bread and butter and things that are worth some money, worth more than you paid for them. And this kind of assortment or collection of items that I have here today is just a hodgepodge across the board of different things that I am going to list today. Oh, I should talk about how I did last week. I did horribly last week. I listed if you watched the show last week, I listed some Department 56 items. I had like 9 of those that I listed. Plus, I also did I ended all of my Christmas items and did a relist and sell similar of those items. So it was Ken versus 10, but it was actually like Ken versus 65 or whatever. So if you take that ratio, I did really horrible. Yeah, I had regular sales last week of different type of stuff, but from the actual challenge itself, the first item that actually sold within like maybe an hour of listing the show was this Department 56 Silhouettes Waiting for Santa little figurine, and that sold for $29, $29.99, so right about 30. And I had paid, I was about in the $7 per piece range because I had bought those all in a lot together. So, hey, I'll take, 7 into 30 for sure. And, if I sell a couple of them, I will be in the profit, and that's good. So that's actually, if you really take the Ken versus 10, I only made one sale. So the death pile just crushed me this week. Good morning and happy Thursday, everybody, from my dear sweet mother. My mom and pop are next door. I live next door to my folks. Well, they live that direction if I'm pointing, but really that direction from where my house is. And they like to watch the show and support me. And there's Jill, my biggest supporter right there. Jill is always in my corner and on my side. And Shanna says, Jill, I will have to put a post together with a piece of the original box. Are you on IG? Yes, she is. You can, if you see her name there, the Kacherka 25, Jill, that's how you could hit Jill up on the Instagram. And then Jill can tell you how she got her name and what Kacherka is and what that's all about. Oh, so I also sold in... now I ended and relisted all of my Christmas items. And one of the things that it's kind of hard to tell unless you get more data and really dive into it, and I'm not going to do that. But when I do end and relist or end and sell similar most of the time, and I make those, some changes, some tweaks, maybe some pricing changes, maybe check the photos, check the descriptions, make sure that some of the pricing is still is good. Because let's say all the Christmas items, a lot of those may have been listed last year before Christmas, and prices change on things. And so I try to look and see if those items are still current in the value or the going rate, if you will. But last week I just put in, I just did an end and sell similar. Hey, good morning, Jake. Good to see you. Wait, yep, where you at? Right up here. Hi, all. Good morning, Jake. Good to see you, my friend. I appreciate you coming by and taking a few minutes. And my good friend, Callie Luis. Luis is here. Good morning, good morning. And hello to everyone there. So I did sell 3 items during the week from my end and sell similar. Now, that data that I was talking about is, did the items sell? Because Christmas items are starting to sell right now. Or did they sell because... I did the end and sell similar, and they got new eyes on them. But these first couple of items sold pretty quickly. They sold the same day that I did the end and sell similar. And so I'm going to take it that it is from that process, because both of them had been listed for quite a while. The first one was this vintage Looney Tunes Christmas. Sylvester the cat was a plush. And it only went for like $9.50, but I only had that as a plush that came in a huge plush lot that I built or that I bought at a Goodwill bins. I bought the whole entire bin. There was almost 300 plush, and I do have a video on that from way back a long time ago when I had done that. That could almost be a couple years or so now. But that particular plush I only had 5.5 cents in. And so I'll take $9.50 on 5.5 cents. And after I did that end and sell similar, it sold very quickly. The next item that I sold was this vintage handmade crocheted Christmas candle. Now, that was actually on an old vintage Pringles can. The whole piece was crocheted around a Pringles can, which was really cool because I sent along the Pringles can as well, and so that was a pretty quick sell, and that was actually a viewer sale that went out. I'm not going to tell you who the viewer was, but I don't want to spoil any surprises, but that was a viewer sale. Every now and then I get a viewer sale, or that might even be one of the first ones that I've got. But I'll take that. I paid $0.25 for this. Paid $0.25 for this at a yard sale, and I actually, being the master negotiator that I am, I worked them down from 50 cents on that one, which is shameful. Something's 50 cents. You should pay for that. But it was some content that I was making at that time, and it was a fun interaction with the seller about that piece. And so it all kind of worked out. I wasn't really lowballing them for 50 cents. I'm not that cheap. And yeah, it is a very cool piece. And hey, here we go too. The aforementioned, I'd flip that. Joe and Nicole going to be hanging out with them tonight on the Holiday Live Tour. And that's just going to be fun. I am so looking forward. I love Joe and Nicole. I can't wait to actually meet them in person at some time. I have been a participant on the Reseller Showdown game show. Unfortunately, I took a loss on that one, but someday we'll see if they have a loser's bracket. We'll get back on the show. But yeah, really looking forward to hanging out with Joe and Nicole. And Nicole, if you follow them on Instagram, Nicole's costume, she is going to dress up as one of her favorite resellers in the community. And they had a little poll in there if you could guess who it might be. And so I'm really looking forward. I do not know who she's dressing up as. So I'm looking forward to seeing, when they first pop on the camera tonight, to see who they are dressed up. And Joe has a million costumes already. He probably I would imagine that they're all right there, in his closet. He's probably got some summer shirts, maybe some winter coats, a whole section of Halloween or costumes. And, maybe his dress, his Sunday best is at the end of the closet. But I would love to go raid Joe's closet at some point. We are still doing the recount for you, and maybe I am the champ. Ooh, maybe so, because I technically lost. So if somebody went back and, viewed, we would see that I didn't technically lose. By the rules of the game, in that final question or the final value of those items, I was bested in that particular episode. Technically, I was beat. So, the last item that I sold that was the Christmassy sort of stuff was this Jemmy 5-foot Minion Kevin air-blown inflatable. Now, I had that originally listed at about $69.99. And I ended up taking a best offer. I had about $4 in that item. And so 4 into 50 as a reseller all day long, I'm going to do that for sure. So those were the items. So I sold 3 of the items that I ended and sold similar. And there was, what was there, like 50 some items that I had up there. So that's also not a great ratio, but I have been sending out a lot of offers on things. I don't know if those people are, what they're watching. I don't understand watchers. I do not understand watchers. Either buy it or don't buy it. I know that a lot of watchers or a lot of buyers on eBay do understand that if they watch something, they're probably going to get an offer from a seller. And I think that my offers are always good and fair. So I'm not sure why I don't make a lot of sales on offers. tell me your thoughts there. If you are a reseller in the chat, do you send out offers on a regular basis? And if so, do you have a good percentage of those that hit, or they just kind of seem like they fall on deaf ears? For sure. And I see Amanda. Hey, Amanda, good morning. Fireball Flippers checking in this morning. So let's list something. I do try to list stuff so that I can try to sell it by next week. And first item up, just like I say, this is a hodgepodge of this and that's. And what did I say? Joanne Nicole's daughter is super talented crocheter. Everyone should check her out too. I did not know that. Ooh, yeah. We'll have to see how to hook up with. Hey, let's all find out how to hook up with Joe and Nicole's daughter. That doesn't sound right at all. And we've got Graham's and Pop's Vintage. I'm in town looking for costume ideas for tonight. Graham says fairy princess, but I'm not sold. Speaking of that, I gotta do something here. I hope I don't mess. Oh, cancel. Ken, you're gonna mess stuff up because you're a knucklehead. Let me see what I gotta do over here. There we go. Bear with me for just a second, folks. Okay, I got that. Where are we at? Oh, so the first item that I was going to list is this right here. Thanksgiving coming up pretty quick. This is a Ray Dunn Artisan Collection gravy boat with the 3 pumpkins on there, and it just says gather. It says gather on it right there, which is Thanksgiving is really one of the big family holidays. You get together and have food and be festive and fun that day. We do a lot of, we have a pretty sizable family right around us close in our area. And so I'm going to sell this gravy boat, Mom. You'll have to make your gravy and something else. No, that didn't belong to her. I found that at a yard sale, and I think I paid like 50 cents for this thing. And based on current sold comps, it's not a whole lot. I'm going to list this at $12.49. And boom, list it. So that's what I got going on there. Let's see. Did I see somebody else? Lilac seller Meg is here. Good morning, Meg. Meg, I got busy. I didn't get to check out your first Whatnot auction the other night. Hopefully that went well for you and that you're going to continue to do Miss Crochet. Miss a Crochet is the channel. If you want to see some good crochet stuff from Joe and Nicole's daughter, check that out. And Paul Philly Flipper, Thanksgiving sounds like it will be a good pick for best fall things. Hey, I would agree with that. And everything that encompasses Thanksgiving should be included in that one pick. I think the judge ruled in favor of that. And if you don't get that reference, go check out the Monday night reseller draft. This week it was on Paul Philly Flipper's channel. It goes from Paul Philly Flipper to Nashville Flippers channels, Philly Flipper Live channel. So go check that out. It's always fun. It's the best thing going on Monday evening at 9 p.m. Eastern. Jill says, why don't you tell the nice people what you told me when we first started dating? So Jill and I, like the first Thanksgiving, her Thanksgiving was very family oriented. They would go down to her Uncle Nick had a cabin down on what's called Piedmont Lake here in Ohio. We are from the Ohio area. And get together. And so the very first Thanksgiving that we were together, she asked me what we did for Thanksgiving, and I'm a bit, goofy and stuff. Now you have to take into consideration that we started dating in October, so we were only like a month and a half into dating. Well, I told her that we went to Denny's, that our family went to Denny's for Thanksgiving dinner, that they had a really good, like a cream turkey dinner that they served. And that's what we did. And that comment kind of went by from there. And I never really thought any more about it. I was just being goofy. While Jill goes down and she's visiting with her family and everybody's like, oh, where's the new boyfriend? Where's Ken? And she's like, man, they eat Thanksgiving dinner at Denny's. And so all of her aunts and the older generation were like, that's terrible. His mother, how could she do that? Why would his mother not fix Thanksgiving dinner? So we will fast forward to the next year when it comes up Thanksgiving, and Jill's telling, her plans. She's going to go down to Uncle Nick's, and I said, oh yeah, everybody's coming over, we're going to do this whole big shindig. And she's like, well, I thought you went to Denny's every year. That was your tradition. I'm like, what? I'd never go to Denny's. Our whole family gets together every year. And she's like, well, last year I told my whole family. So for a whole entire year, Jill's family, thought ill will towards my dear sweet mother, because they thought that she didn't cook her family Thanksgiving dinner. And so, after that year went by and Jill found out the true story, I think she could have left then. She could have been like, I don't know, this guy telling falsehoods and stuff, but it was fun. And so, but yeah, we are very family oriented here. The panel on Monday was vicious. The panel on Monday, the draft, was hilarious. It's probably the best draft show that I've seen for a while. They're all good every week. They get better each week, but the chat was just absolutely hilarious. Yeah, Monday was a blast. Corey is still sore from laughing. Meg says that she survived the first auction, but sold absolutely nothing. I'm going to give it a couple more tries with different timing and themes before I decide if it's something I want to keep attempting. Well, that's unfortunate, Meg, that you didn't sell any items. Well, next time you're going to have one, you let me know. I'll come and I'll buy everything that everybody else doesn't buy. And there's another falsehood I just told. But yeah, I would love to support you for sure, Meg, in your new Whatnot venture. It's not an area that I've went down at this point. Yeah, pumpkin spice stirred up some controversy on the draft. Go watch the episode and vote. There's still time to vote. Watch the episode, see who you would vote for. And New England Betty Boop, Lisette, my good friend, good morning to you. Good morning. Can't stay. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for at least popping in. I appreciate it. I am getting behind here. I had 2 wild nights in 1 week, Paul. Yeah. Some of the stuff with the, I don't know. I've seen some Instagrams from Paul this morning about a show that they did, like a listing show or whatever, and Paul and his Halloween costume. So go check out a number of those folks. I can't think of the name of the show, but good stuff. Go Browns. Yes, sir. Squeaked out another one, Roman. There's Roman Anytime Picker. These last... Roman, I thought the Cardiac Kids were gone. Back in the 70s, early 80s, the Cardiac Kids with Brian Sipe at the helm, winning it in the last seconds of the game every week was just painful. Yeah, last night was also wild. Smash that button And by that, the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that. And I am going to bring somebody in here. Why, yes, hello, Patrick Murphy. Why, yes, hello, sneaking in to say hi and light up that thumbs up. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Patrick. Hopefully you're having a very good day. Also from my state, Ken, I have a feeling that the refs are finally on our side. Yeah, we did get some calls in that game that were could have went either way. But hey, I'm gonna pop somebody in here real quick. Is in the chat as well. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I got to put my earpiece in, or I'm going to get a bunch of feedback here.
Hopefully
let's see if this works out right.
I don't have my headphones with me today, so hopefully you don't hear yourself too bad.
That's okay. Let me see. Man, one would think that I would have been a little more prepared for this, don't you think?
Nah.
Let me see. Okay. Are you there?
Yep.
Oh, that's not working either. I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, I got Corey here. Corey right there. Corey from Grams of Pops Vintage is just popping in just to pitch that show. Corey, you've been watching there, and we have that holiday live tour tonight with Joe and Nicole from I'd Flip That. Going to be just a fun show.
I'm in town.
For sure. What's your thoughts? Now, this is kind of your first kind of live experience. We did a test the other day, but this is a live where you're on the back end of it and not as a guest.
Yep. I'm not too worried about it. I'm excited about it. So yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm kind of anxious for it to get started.
Yes. I wonder if I can change this audio setting without
I'm sure I'm on my phone, so
yeah, I bet that'll work. And hopefully I don't end the show.
I hope not.
Oh, there we go. I am live. Okay, where are we at? Yes, can't get any worse. And then here comes Corey.
Thanks, Paul.
But Corey, tell me, are you excited about tonight?
I am excited. I actually saw Paul dressed up as Blood, Sweat, Cell today, and it inspired me. So
yes,
I'm ready for tonight.
Absolutely hilarious. His costume, and he got the wrench there. Yeah, pre-show, doing a little pre-show action. I had talked to Corey this morning a little bit about stuff. I still have a few things to work out, a few details. I'm going to get this place a little more decorated Halloween-wise. And what is tonight?
I did decorate last night and this morning a little bit, but it's not... Well, I did the decorating, not Graham, so I wouldn't expect too much.
Okay. Amanda is saying, what is tonight? Amanda, on the Reseller Clickbait podcast, we are doing the first of our 4 holiday live tour shows.
Yep.
And we have some games, we have some prizes. It is at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. normal time, as Corey would say. Corey's in the central time zone. But it's going to be a lot of fun. We got Joe and Nicole from I'd Flip That. Costumes, games, prizes, fun. And yes, on the podcast channel. And we do that kind of centered around the 4 holidays at this time of year. So once a month, we're going to be doing a live, because normally we're always a pre-recorded show. And it's just a chance to kind of get in prime time. And really, it's going to be interacting with the chat a lot.
Yep. I'm going to get hopped up on candy beforehand, so we got high energy.
Yes, exactly. Hopped up on candy, and candy may be part of some of the prizes. We're not sure about that. So But we are sure about that because who doesn't need, a big bag of Smarties? Which way am I pointing right here? The number one Halloween candy, regardless of what the draft might say, the aforementioned Monday night draft.
I'm a fan of Smarties too. I like those.
Yes, not Necco wafers.
Not Necco wafers.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to give out is the oh, and see, look, even though she couldn't stick around for long, Lisette is just on top of it. She's dropped a link there.
Thank you.
In the thing if you want to go hit that notification bell, and that would be great. So Corey, tell me before I get back to my show here, because I've listed one thing and we're already almost 40 minutes in. Tell me the one thing you're looking forward to most tonight.
I'm actually looking forward to meeting Joe and Nicole because I've actually never talked to them, and they're my neighbors here. They're in Minnesota and we're in South Dakota, so I'm excited about that more than anything.
Yes, they are definitely fun people for sure. And so Corey, I am going to dump you out here. Enjoy the rest of your day, getting prepped and prepared, and putting on all that makeup and trying on those fairy princess. Yeah, see, wait, Sue right there. She knows Smarties rule. Smarties rule.
Yes, they do.
Well,
I'll let you try to get things done.
Yeah, I really blessed it. I got a bunch of cry face emojis and from Lisette after Mondays. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? I thought we were friends. So you gotta go watch that.
I still voted for Lisette, so
you did.
Has our vote.
Regardless of me, I would like to meet Paul someday. Roman says. No, you don't. No, you don't. Paul has a good, online persona. Meh, personally, when you actually get to meet him. Yeah, you're only a few hundred miles away. See, you guys need to do something about that. So anyway, Corey, I'm going to dump you out here. I appreciate you stopping on for a second. Really looking forward to tonight. I'm sure we'll be talking here in the afternoon. And I'm just going to shamelessly throw up that one more time. Look for that logo. Look for Joe and Nicole's.
That's the old logo. You still got my grumpy face on that one.
Oh, is that still the... Oh, yeah. Look at that curmudgeon of a face.
I
forgot to change that out. That's why we're having you do costumes. You have to wear a Thanksgiving costume too. Did I tell you that? I probably haven't went down the rules of the show.
Kind of short, but I'll do what I can.
All right, Corey, we will see you tonight, and hopefully we will see most everybody here in the chat tonight. So I'll see you later in the day.
See you soon.
Bye. That was cool. Corey popped in there real quick. Jill noticed that earlier that Paul was meh at best. That I had still the grumpy curmudgeon photo of Corey on that logo right there. Hey, let's list some more stuff real quick because I got to make this show official. So we're going to burn through some of these. And with the guests there, if I missed some good stuff in the chat, I appreciate it. The only comment that I was really interested in was this right here from AZ Cat Sue. Smarties rule. See, look, I got Smarties here. I got Smarties here. I got Smarties over here. I even have some like Easter Smarties around here. Look, here's another bag of Smarties. They're everywhere. I eat them. They're not just the best trick-or-treat candy in the world. They're here all the time. Check these little things out that I'm going to list. I bought these in a bag altogether. They're little figurines. So you got the little boy and girl pilgrims. And then you also have the boy and girl, the Native American Indians there are these little figurines. So I bought these, I think in a bag. They were together for like $1. And individually, I've seen some of them individually probably go like maybe $7-8 a piece. So I decided to lot them all up in a group with Thanksgiving coming up here. This is a good decor. And I'm going to lot them all up at about $20. $19.99 is what I am listing those at. And so, boom, those are listed. Very cool little figures for your Halloween display or decoration. Oh, see, there you go. Amanda knows where it's at too. With these, man, I disappeared there for a second. With the Smarties, yes. Maybe that's what I had to buy as prizes. Just nothing but Smarties. And I'll send Paul some Necco wafers. Yes, Amazon. Yeah, Jill had commented. I missed that earlier. Listing while getting ready. I have my driver's test shortly for Amazon. Good luck with that, my friend. I know you will do well in that for sure, and start, kind of an exciting new career, something different for you, and everybody's pulling for you. And let me know. Hit me up later in the day with how you did on that. Not going to say Smarties are the best candy, but they definitely don't deserve to be on the worst candy list. There you go. I agree with that for sure. I'm going to reach down here. How about this? A 1940, well, that's the style. It wasn't made in 1940. 1940 Quaker State. Look at that. Boom, hood opens up. Quaker State oil delivery truck, but it's also a bank. And when I went to do the photos, actually, I didn't even realize it was a bank. I thought it was just a cool die cast. I think actually Jill saw this first, and she picked it up, and it was one of those things. And, we get back to the car, and she's like, oh, I bought this. And I didn't realize it was a bank. And then on the bottom here, they had the key, has a little key lock right there on the bottom, had the key with it, and die cast. Man, that thing is a little bit heavy right there. I should do something about not having to duck out of the way all the time. $25, $24.99. I think when Jill got that, she had paid $1 for that at a yard sale, and boom, that's listed. Yeah, it is pretty cool, Roman, for sure. And again, these are all just random yard sale items that I've picked up this kind of yard sale season, and no rhyme or reason or theme to it. Right here, I try to pick up, if I see sealed games, I usually try to pick them up if they're not like something really common or doesn't have value. But this is called Play 9. It's the card game of golf. And look pretty cool. I bought that one on the Route 30 sales when I was hanging out with Chris, Cajun Reseller. 75 cents I paid for that. And it should go around $15 for that based on the comps when I looked it up this morning. So that is a good item right there. And we're going to start to rip through some of these. Okay. Wait, where's this at? Where is this listing at? It is right here. I always look at yard sales, little bags of toys and stuff, and there are 3 of these cars. There is a Camaro, Chevy Camaro, and these ones all have like opening doors on them. There is a really cool Lamborghini. These are all die-cast cars. And the McLaren, and this one has like the doors that open up, because apparently rich, pretentious people can't just get into the car normally. They have to get in and inconveniently park way out at the end of the parking lot so that they're not trapped in with their doors. But, and these are all, they're like what they call like the pull back or pull and go, like you pull it. I don't know if you can hear that. You pull that back and then it'll race down the table or on the floor or something like that. Each of those probably are only worth about, maybe again, $8 or $9 a piece. If that, on some of them. So I'm going to lot them up. I got this as a lot of 3 of those cars for $16.99 for $17. And we're going to list that. Yes, Roman, you are correct. It's time to sell them all at once, and we're on the same page, my brother. You know how it is. You buy this lot of toys, bag of toys for $1. If I can get, $16, $17, take a best offer. I do $12, $15 based on the value. And so I got those lotted up. And oh, Friction. Okay. Friction toy, I believe. That's good. Maybe I should modify that after I, seen a lot of them as pull and go or pull back. But I'm always looking to differentiate a listing or use a term, have a good search term in there. So I'm definitely going to take a look at that listing. Frogger. Who remembers playing Frogger back in the arcade in the 80s? This is one of those like TV arcade games. You hook it up and basically this one just plays Frogger. I did test this out to make sure it works. Again, not a high dollar seller, but I bought a few games at a sale and they wanted 50 cents a piece for these. So I'm sorry. This one was $1. I paid $1 at that. Roman, you had this same Frogger game. Did it sell? Tell me how much it sold for. Maybe I'll modify my price because I have it at about $13. Going rate looks like between like 10 and 15. And so again, when I do my sold comps, I'm not usually the highest. I'm not usually the lowest. I try to go about right in the middle, try to move stuff along. Yes, he did, but it didn't sell yet. Well, I should have looked on those listings and put mine a penny less than yours. So you would still be holding on to it after some kid was opening mine up on Christmas morning. He's like, "Oh, I love this, Mom and Dad. Thank you for buying me this Frogger game." And Roman's still sitting there, sad, holding on to his $13. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Here's another item that Jill found. Okay, it's Waterbury Clock by Timex. And look at this. It's a little mini desk clock, and it's got bowling pins. The clock is actually a bowling ball. This thing is still new, still sealed, still has like the instructions or whatever. I don't know how to point. Back there in the side of that. And she paid $1 for that. Still new, sealed. Yeah, I was playing this morning. When I test everything, and I have a TV that's right up above me here, and I'll hook up stuff to it and try it out. So yeah, part of my morning today was playing Frogger. But that clock is the Timex Waterbury clock, bowling ball and pins, mini desk clock, about $20. So that's what I am listing that for, $19.99. And I seen some other styles of those little mini clocks that were, say, around $25. And I seen some styles that were in, the $15 range. So I'm going to do 20 on that and go from there. How about this? Check out this cool. I never know where to hold this stuff. Vintage Adidas. Look at that crispy logo still. It's like a just like an accessory bag, or I've seen some of them described as like a shoe bag or like a soccer shoe bag. Got a little zippered pocket on the back, right there. Carry handle. But this thing is in great shape, and I think we paid 50 cents for this at a yard sale, and I am going to list this one at, if I could see where the listing is, I'm constantly looking over to the side there. 20 bucks. Should be able to get 20 bucks out of that. So 50 cents, dollar into 20 bucks all day, all day. A couple more items left. And let's see. How about the old Swing Line 390, 160 sheet capacity. This is a beast of a heavy duty stapler right here. And there was actually some staples like in there, packages, partial packages of staples of some different depths and such. So I put them, just left them in the box, and I listed that in the thing that there were partial boxes of staples that came with it. So, we're going to say plug and play. Much like the Frogger game was plug and play, person could pull this out of the box, pop some staples into it, and start stapling right away. But 1/4 inch up to 3/4 inch staples. And what did I pay for? I paid $3 for this at a kind of like it was a sale in a high school gymnasium, that a big school that was doing a charity event or raising money for the school. And I paid $3 for that, and it should go for around 20. 25, I think, is probably more to the liking, or more to the where it should go. But I'm listing it at $19.99 because I want to move it along. That's not a really big box, but the shelf that I keep that kind of stuff on, I'd rather not have that on my shelf for a long time. And the last one for the day, probably the biggest of the items that I've got to list today. I found this at the same sale that I found the stapler at. It is a throttle pack for a model train, power booster on there. If your train or your locomotive was so equipped, it has like horn, bell, direction back and forth, big old nice handle there to control it with. Did test it. It does work. It comes on. It gets voltage out of the set screws that are in the back. And so I was super excited to find this because it was also, I think, $3. There was a table, then they had like colored stickers of what stuff was, and I think this one was $3, and it should go for around, I'm listing it for $70, $69.99. This time of year, people get out their trains to put around their Christmas trees and in their holiday displays. And so I thought I would get that thing listed and see if I can move it along. Somebody maybe gets their train out from last year, or, gets a new train for Christmas, and it has a horn and a bell and a whistle and all of that stuff, and they want to control that. That might be, and it had a decent sell-through rate for that, and in that brand anyway, which was an MRC, there was a lot in that brand. There wasn't a lot of this particular model listed, a lot of other models, but the sold comps were decent in that. And there is Lisette, or not Lisette. I bet you get that a lot. It's Lissa. Lissa Bauble Blings and Needful Things. I apologize for the faux pas there. But Lissa is here. I've been seeing Lissa hanging out on Roman's Live that he does. I think is at Saturday nights. And I got to meet Lissa for the first time at the reseller rally down in Cincinnati here a few weeks ago. Man, that date keeps getting farther and farther away and keep moving on. Yeah. Not all the time, but she's been on the show here. Good show last week with Richard Otnipdroff, however you say it. Ford Pinto backwards, hanging out with Richard on Roman's show. Saturday evenings. Roman, what time's your show come on? Is it like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock? And you usually precede Jake. Jakob Benz does a listing show on Saturday evenings. Yeah, at 8 p.m. Check out Roman Anytime Picker. Roman's a guy, he doesn't need any guests at all. He's entertainment. Entertainment from the word go. Great guy. And you need to go to his channel, subscribe to Roman's channel, because he's been documenting this saga that he has had where he's trying to do is just get some eBay supplies, some boxes from eBay or whatever the supplies are that he's trying to get. And FedEx is not being his friend. And so go check out Roman's channel, see what's going on in that situation. And man, my phone is just blowing up with stuff. But anyway, so there's 10 items for this week. See if any of those can sell by next week's show. Again, hodgepodge, nothing exciting there, nothing that's real timely. Some of it might be, gift worthy for the Christmas buying season that is in full force right now. I don't know how have your sales been here in the fourth quarter so far. And I seen pop in the show here. I may have missed him earlier. Larry way out one. Always good to see Larry checking in from the St. Louis area. And also got to hang out with Larry at the reseller rally for the second time that I got to meet, that we got we met the first time. I guess the second time is, what do you call that? Just a reacquaintance with friends, or I don't know what that is the second time, but we got to, Jill today. Okay. I missed something. Roman is one of the good guys. And Roman said, Jill, today at least, I know where I am. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we relapse. Oh yes, I had a Larry relapse at the rally. But Larry's a good friend that we keep in touch, maybe every month, or might be more than that goes by 6 weeks or so. We chat, do a little video chat just to catch up and see what's going on. And Larry's a great guy for sure. But we are up against an hour right here. And I appreciate everybody that has hung out with me today. Hopefully your sales and your fourth quarter sales are doing good for you. Where are we? Yeah, Larry can be addictive. And Len's checking in a little late. Of course, it's a little bit earlier there in the Colorado area. But Len, 5280 fines. Late to the party, but I wanted to say hi. I'll watch the show later. I appreciate that. You're probably just getting out and doing your sourcing here. Being in Colorado, you're a couple hours behind, but I would imagine your weather as well. Your yard sale season is over. We've got some stragglers sales going on here. But here's what I am excited about. Next week, my local Goodwill store. Now the local, they're the headquarters for the region around here. There's like 9 stores all over our region, but they are opening a bins store. And like a bins, you've all been to the Goodwill bins where you go, they weigh everything, you buy stuff by weight. I've only been to one bin store before, and that was when I took a trip out to Las Vegas. And we got to go there. But wait, show them your... Oh, my neat shirt. My meat shirt. Jill made me a meat shirt. Hi, Judy from... Look at this shirt. Happy Halloween. Jill made some of these, all kinds of cool shirts. I've been wearing them all this week and stuff. I think I wore one last week and forgot to show. But Jill, this is like where you do that bleaching out process. You put a stencil on there. I think she bought the wooden stencils like at the would be at the dollar store, Dollar Tree. Buy them wooden stencils, and then she puts them on the shirts and does this really cool patterns, and she'll do some paint on them, puffy paint and all this different. I was questioning yes, Meg, agreed, a meat shirt would be amazing. Jill, do they have little wooden cutouts of meat? Maybe you can make me a meat shirt. Roman says, we actually have garage sales today. It's 70 degrees in Cleveland. Crazy Cleveland weather is back. Yes, agreed. It has been beautiful the last few days. Of course, it's always beautiful through the week, and then it's going to get a little rain this weekend. Enjoy the next 2 days. Then we are back to the cold. Yes, we are. Because Lissa is also an Ohio native. Man, I'm almost getting a whole Ohio chat here, which is very cool to see. So Jill, get to work on that. The $1.25 tree. Get to work on that meat shirt, Jill, for me. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here for this episode, and hopefully I will see some of you tonight, or all of you, if you have an opportunity and can make it at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Reseller Clickbait podcast channel. I should have been a little bit better about doing a link for that myself. I can't always rely on Lisette to do everything for me. And let me see real quick. You guys can find it. I was going to throw a link in there right now, but Reseller Clickbait Podcast. Go check out the Holiday Live Tour show tonight with Joe and Nicole from I'd Flip That. And, wait a minute. Dang, I missed it. The Old Paths, Caleb, my best friend in the whole world. Don't tell Jill. Is here. Well, hi anyway, Ken. Yes, you're right here at the end. Oh, and there's a link that Roman threw in. Here you go. I appreciate that, Roman. Thank you for throwing this in. Caleb, if you were right there, I need to talk to you. I've been wanting to get a hold of you. I want to talk about something coming up, and talk to you a little like podcast stuff. So I need to hook up with you like through IG or something, or hit me up on IG. It's SSKPromo, or I will find you. I assume it's the Old Paths, but I want to chat, my friend, for sure. Who knows? There might even be a ham sandwich coming your way. Jill already knows it, Caleb. She's okay with it. And of course, Caleb, the Old Paths. Facebook is all I get. Okay, I will look you up there for sure. In your description. Okay, thank you for that. Of course, Caleb from the Two Old Guys Reselling Podcast over with Chris, Old School Picker, and they had a great show. New episode just dropped this morning, like episode 29. I bet I think it's 29 or 28. I was watching it right before I came on here. I was trying to get caught up. I'm about a third of the way into it. But anyway, I'm going to not drag this out any further. We will see you all next week here on Ken versus 10, and hopefully some of you at the live. So enjoy your day, everybody. Be safe, and have a great weekend.